When a man starts to build his wardrobe, he's often told, buy quality shoes, buy the best you can afford. But why? Come on, the question, it begs an answer, and no one seems to be able to give a solid one. So I went out there, I did the research, and in today's video, 5 solid reasons why you should invest in quality shoes. Reason number 1, shoes are so important to men's style is that they have been a historical indicator of status and wealth for a long time. Only people that could afford quality shoes a long time ago were people that had money, people that had power. When you saw someone with high quality shoes, it was just one of those indicators. They didn't have to say anything. You knew immediately this person was someone that you gave respect to. It is something that again and again we see reinforced from pop culture to television. When we look at the details on shoes, we're like, okay, what does that tell me about this person? So when I look at a pair of shoes like this, a pair of hole cuts, instantly I know they've got to take a large piece of leather that's unblemished. I know that's expensive. I know that this color right here is a bold color. This is going to say, okay, this guy has confidence. He obviously believes in himself. So a guy that wears a pair of shoes like this, instantly you're going to look at, again, historical indicator of status, a very powerful point. All right, Jen, so at this point, I want to introduce the paid sponsor of this video, Ace Marks. I've talked about this company before. Over the last year, I've picked up 6 pairs of their shoes, and I love them. But the 3 things they symbolize to me, number 1, it's about comfort. They actually make shoes which are incredibly comfortable. They started off in their design process. Everything about is that you can wear these shoes all day, 14 hours, 16 hours a day, and you're going to feel great. Next up, bold designs. Okay, look at these shoes right here. Tell me, look at that. Look at the contrast colors here. Love the blue and brown combination. So to bring it actually into a pair of shoes right here, I think is a natural combination. And I mean, it's friggin' beautiful. But that example shoe I just had up here, Ace Marks again. Hole cut, they went with this blue. Now this is kind of understated. I think it's beautiful, very understated, elegant. People aren't going to notice it right off. But when they look at your shoes, you can have a very simple outfit and something like this, beautiful. The final point I need to hit on, gentlemen, quality at an affordable price. That one's important because you guys are always saying, Antonio, I want to find the best shoe for my buck. Well, this is Ace Marks, guys. That's why I've decided to work with them for the next year. So you're going to see me talking about these guys. I'm going to get a lot more of their shoes. One thing consistently I've seen, the build, the stitching, everything right here is coming out of Italy by 4th generation artisans who are making this stuff. It uses a Blake stitch. You can be resold. Guys, go check out their website. They go into a lot more detail. They're very transparent about their build process, who they are, what they stand for. And I love it when an up-and-coming brand partners with me to tell them, because basically these guys don't have the brand name. So right now you can get a great shoe at a great price. So down in the description of this video, I'm going to link over to Ace Marks. Plus I'm going to have a discount code. So go check them out. Reason number 2, shoes are so important to a man's wardrobe is that women notice shoes. But shoes are a consistent indicator that women will look at, again, to look at your status, to look at how you pay attention to the details. It's something that they look at, therefore it does matter. Reason number 3, shoes are so important to a man's wardrobe is that they are an endpoint. And what I mean by that is that it's a point that the eyes get fixated on. So when you meet somebody for the first time, you shake their hand, you look at them in the eye, face to face, you look at their face, and then you quickly measure them up. But you stop at the shoes longer because it's an endpoint than any other part of the clothing. So even though shoes make up about 5 to 8% of the total profile of the individual, they are actually given more of a weight of about 20 to 30% in the amount of time that you look at them making an assessment. So again, it goes back to status, goes back to, okay, look at that person's shoes, you look at the details on them and you're like, okay, wow, that person's got pretty good taste, or I like those shoes, and then you go right back up. It's something almost subconsciously we do, but it is something we do and it's important. Reason number 4, shoes are important to a man's style is they show his attention to detail. Let's say you're going into an interview. You look good. You've actually got a dark colored suit, fits you reasonably well. You've got that light colored shirt with a nice power tie. And then the person interviewing looks down and looks at your shoes and they are all scuffed up. They're dirty. They just really look messed up. They just don't work with everything you're putting together. Is this person going to not hire you because of that? I don't know. But what the instantly is being told is, why doesn't this guy know how to put a suit together? I'm actually looking to hire him for a position that he's going to be working with clients that we're going to be signing very big deals. He's going to be the face of my company. And if he can't even make a decision of how to put a suit together, of how to properly shine and take care of his shoes, then how can I trust him to be the face of my company? Now, that may seem over dramatic, and maybe you're just applying for a basic job or you're going on a date, but people look at this again and again as, hey, does he not just shining the shoes, but are they actually the right shoes for the outfit? Does it actually work together? People do look at this and they do make a judgment. So pay attention to those details, guys. Reason number 5 shoes are important to a man's wardrobe is they actually say a lot about him. They talk about his profession. They talk about his prioritization of spend. So let's talk about that. If you see a man and he's got these shoes right here and he's wearing these, what do you think about him? What do you think he does for a living? What do you think his profession is? Well, he probably has a job that requires him to think, a job that requires him to sit at a desk, to pay attention to details, maybe to wear nice clothing, versus a man perhaps that's wearing these shoes. These actually have a combat boot build right here. Again, all these models I've shown you from Ace Marks, by the way. But look at this. He obviously has style. He's got the wing tips right here. He's got the suede in here. It's built off a combat boot design, very comfortable, but I could wear this with jeans. It's gonna look great with dark colored jeans. And so you could say maybe this is an engineer that, he goes on site occasionally, but most of the time he's actually maybe working on, in aeronautics or something. So he's going out onto the factory floor, but he doesn't have to always work with his hands. The point being is shoes are important to a man's wardrobe because they talk about who he is. They talk about his prioritization of spend. They talk about his status in society. Women notice them. So understand, guys, it is an area that I agree you should spend a good amount of your budget for your wardrobe on your shoes. And if you're looking to buy quality shoes, again, check out Ace Marks. Talked about this company. I've been wearing their shoes. I'm proud to bring them to you. Guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video.